And welcome back to Satisfactory. I'm sitting here well above my turbofuel plant over the waterfall here, so we can get a good eagle's eye view of what's going on. We have our machinery all set up, making our heavy oil residue and our fuel and our turbo fuel. We've got our sulfur coming in there, and I keep seeing that slug. I'm going to ignore the slug. So I went back to the main base and picked up a whole bunch of concrete, and I left half of it over in that container over there. I picked up my blueprint generator, which I shouldn't have done, because we have a couple of things we want to do. I need to make some refineries building residual plastic, and I think I don't have the blueprint for those. Let's see. No, we do not have a refinery specifically for residual plastic, so let's build it. Blueprint. Get it right. Print Designer Mark II. I think that's all. There we go. Alignment isn't actually critical, but why not get it right? So I need to make 4 refineries doing residual plastic. That's easy enough. We just get in here and we grab our little refinery blueprint. Let's put some of these in. Diluted fuel pair is a petroleum base. Fuel goes in there. These two should have common blueprints here. Putting slabs and such down. And base plate minus corners I will also put it. There we go. Oh, guys, this is all still, I don't know whether we're going to keep this or not. Those are all just kind of temporary. But we are looking for the EV refinery. There we go. So we want 4 unconfigured refineries. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are making residual plastic. I'm usually more prone to the recycled plastic, but the point of this is to get rid of the resin, which is our byproduct. And we turn it into plastic, and we turn the plastic into canisters, and we turn the canisters into fuel for our drones. So his inputs are resin and water, so this fluid input is water. Let's just hook all this up. Oh, and the residual plastic, we need to tune it to 83.333%, which is 250 over 3. And since this is water, I'm going to input water and resin. So down below, these guys should be inputs. Let's make sure that I've got the right end. Does that do? We can take out the walls used to align the blueprints. And these wall outlets, because I'm going to be doing a different wall outlet setup. Yep. So now these inputs need to take the resin. So we'll have resin and water coming in. If I put it here, resin and water both come in from the same direction. And I want it to head out to the left. So we'll bring the resin and water in from that way. So splitter, away from the center, that way, and way, splitting from the front, that. And I am betting that I have to rebuild those. I definitely have to replant those. Everybody needs to be Mark 5. The output is over here. There is no fluid output. The output is just plastic. And I want the output to come out this way. We're going to do a merger. Middle here. Here, or the middle there. Now I'm pretty sure I have to actually pick these up and put them back down for them to clip in. Maybe I don't have to, but it definitely means that I can hear it clip in, and I'm happier with that. And we're ready to go. And this is going to be the output. I would just draw this out here. And inputs, I'm going to bring this input out to this end. And again, if we replace it, we can do all sorts of things with how we do the inputs and outputs. So the water is going to be just, you know, that big water coming down from the top there. And just continue that onward because we have 480 coming in, and that's more than we need. But this is now BB residual plastic. And how much total am I making? I am making 66 point. Is that right? Yep. There we go. I probably should have waited until it was light to start. Oh well. Blueprints, residual plastic. There's our front. This comes over. I'm going to bring it down the middle here. Just like that. Now, at some point, we do need to make sure that our byproducts sink. So I'm not going to sink the resin or the plastic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make the canisters, and I'll sink the excess canisters. So let's see what's missing here. What's missing is I screwed up and I didn't put the stuff in for the, didn't put my power in, I didn't put my floors in. So let's do the rest of the blueprint. So let's see. Builder, foundations, plus one of these in a corner. Put 1 meter and zoop. Oh, you notice I have changed the color of the blueprints when I'm zooping and such. It's now green when it is partially conflicting with a thing, because I always set things up so that they're partially clipping. Somebody else is doing this. Total Eclipse, I think, was using green. It looks so good. Okay, so there's the floor. Now we do the power. And I am going to start by putting in my proper power. I have messed this up a couple times now. Put the Mark II wall outlets in before we start connecting things up. So I have noticed that sometimes I end up with Mark I's if I just start drawing wires out. I do have some Mark I's around, and if you start from a Mark I, it's going to put another Mark I in. All 4 corners. Now we need to find the power. There. One end, and I'm going to put both ends. And these guys need to connect across. Okay, so we've got power to all 4 of them. Now we put in the upper floor. A little awkward doing it this direction. Usually I do it front to back, and it's a lot easier to get them tagged in. And now we go from bottom to top. So I had to come back to this one. This So I could trim those out and we're all done. Make sure these are all programmed. 1, 2, 3. PB residual plastic. Save blueprint. Hit T to get rid of all the text on the screen. We can now see that white arrow pointing the way we want it. Okay, power. Is it there or? Let's do this corner. Oh, this one is connected. Oh. Like I didn't staple all these. They've got power, but I really do want them fully connected here. That'll. So power is connected. Our resin's coming in. We still need water. And then we need to route our output. The output's going to be tons of plastic, which will turn into empty canisters. Water should be easy. Water is coming across midpoint on this line. You are here. Means I need a splitter. We're going to go down there. Let's go to horizontal to vertical, turn and line it up. I decided against keeping the concrete. So we're running this one without supports. So we take away that support. That support. And because we went ahead and just brought down a ton of water, I don't have to go back up to the water and adjust things and maybe put down another one. I could just use it. So we are adding 16 times 4. 64, yes, 66.666. So we're doing okay with water still. 4 constructors making empty canisters. I really probably don't need to blueprint this one. So let's just bring this out. Let's see. One more. Yeah. I will center my constructors on these guys. Bring him up and we'll split. Action. Constructor. Splitter. From the middle. From the middle. That direction. Need to go from there up to here. And is... Oh, I can just do this the easy way. We're going to start with him. I'm going to roll him into place. Now these 4 empty canisters, these are going to go to 8 Turbofuel packagers. Get some power going here. Let's see. Doing this the old-fashioned way. Mark 1 power poles. We're going to place dead center on these foundations between the toes of the constructors. And I'm going to drop it down underneath. And these are making empty canisters. Nominally, they are making them at 55.556%, which is 600 over 9. Oops. 500 over 9, sorry. Now each one of these will be feeding 2 of our packagers. How big is the packager? Exactly the same size, but I think I can sneak a belt past, and the fluid is high and the so let's just put them out in a row here. You know, I'm just going to merge these. I'm not going to try to do a, you know, you go to him and you go to him and you go to him thing. And you know what I've got to do? We need 8 of them, right? 8 of them in a row is going to be 5. That's enough for 4, but 2 more like that. Boom. We're going to need to split 2 ways. I'm going to bring it out a little bit. Then we're going to end up with another splitter here. And splitters here. And so 1, 2, 4, boom. Like that. That went to the wrong one. And now, packagers. Line up each packager right in front of this guy. Turn the right way. I'm going to put it out just a little bit. And then we're going to need to bring all of the liquids in on the top. And the power is here. I'm thinking again, we're going to put it dead center on the foundation, like we did for the constructors. And this one in goes right down to there. And these are packaged turbofuel. Running at 50/3. So slightly underclocked. And their total is going to be 133.333 turbofuel and canisters to package turbofuel. So none of this is particularly hard to deal with. We're going to need one more row here for the mergers. I'm going to bring it out to the middle. And this needs to go up to a one of those. We could put it over here somewhere. Put it right on top here. I'm not using this top area really. Let's start getting rid of the top area here. I'm really only using it for the radar. Oh, did I lose power from everything because I removed the wrong one? Yes, I did, didn't I? So my power actually comes in from that way. Let's see. Where do I want it to come in? Let's bring it in here. Right to that corner. So we'll have a little bit of a landing spot up top here. Now, I think I could bring it right to here. That might be a little close. Let's bring it out here somewhere. Gonna come out here, in here like this. The other side of this is going to be all generators, so maybe... Oh, that's 2.5 by 2.5, not 3 by 3. I couldn't put it in there anyway. So really what we want to do is rebuild this from scratch. We're going to merge it from these two guys together. That. So from here, there's one thing we do need to do before we go up. I need to put in industrial storage here, because we're going to collect this stuff before we send it up to the drones. And we are also going to put it in a dimensional depot. So I will have packaged turbofuel in the depot. Now, in case of emergency, I need to have a I didn't put my safety splitter in here. We'll have to put it in these guys. Fine. No, I will put it normal. So you're going to go here. You are a smart splitter. Oh, I could do it here. Right. Okay, we do all this with one thing. The center output is the overflow. And right gets any, and left gets any. And the overflow comes out here, and I'm going to send it to that way somewhere That's not high enough. So we need to have these on this line. There. So now, if for some reason this all backs up, what we'll do is we won't be throwing away the fuel. But for instance, if we lack fuel to do the packaging, the canisters, when they back up, they will just be dumped. I am going to flush the fuel out of the system again so we can let this run for a bit. That will start making the resin come out here. And eventually get us going. More to the point, I need to actually run my real output lines now. We're going to be coming out of there and heading off toward there. I think what I'm going to do is continue this. So I'm going to put another one of these on here. Now we're going to start putting these together. There. So 2.5 would overlap some of this stuff. Oh, right. So if we put this in here, and trim that off, whoops. Did that do what I think it did? Yes, it did. Want the pillar. And that means I need to have this going the other way because we're going to be putting our stations up there. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a splitter in here. So we will take half of our fuel and make it available, oh, after the dimensional depot? No, I don't think so. Yeah, let's put it over here in line. There. The depot will get its shot at them, but I'm not going to prioritize. So we're going to be coming up here and going up to the circular area. I want to put 4 of them up, because potentially we'll have a lot of stations out there that are going to be fetching fuel. And let's see. Shape do I want there? Builder, foundations, put a down corner ramp. Now here, let's put in a real pillar. Start off with pillar support. Oh. Helps if I put the pillars in like that, and then I put the pillar support underneath it. Got 2, 4, 6. Let's do 8, because I think that gets me up there. Now let's peel a couple off there. There we go. Over here, I need the minus corners. And we are aligned. I'm going to drop this one in here as well. Oh yes, it does flip the belt. I should have thought this out beforehand. Power. This power needs to go down somewhere. I would prefer not to take up anything, but if I'm going to take up something, I can put it in as a blueprint. That. Okay, so now we have power coming to here. Going up to here. And realistically, how many can I fit? I think I can fit 2, really. Yeah, I could. No, I couldn't. Oh, that's right. You can roll those way out with the. Yeah. If I run 4 of those, Okay, so that's where I'm going to try to put it. Okay, so be fairly close on the nudge to start with. So we are right on that line. So somewhere in here, we've got something coming up, but we need to split it out. I'm going to see if I can set it up symmetrically. We're going to do splitters. Basically, I'm going to come around clockwise. Let's be on the diagonal. Oh, I need to go in there. Hold on. In there, in there, in there, in there. Okay. So if I do a splitter like this, that takes care of those two. That takes care of those two. Okay. We still haven't worked out how we are getting into this mess. Oh, joy. Also, I want to prioritize it. Oh, wait a minute. That's not going to work. Because I want to prioritize filling the fuel stuff for all of them before I fill up the cargo stuff for any of them. It's almost like I want to go around at one level, filling up the fuel, and then step up to the next level, fill up the cargo. Or we could take the fuel down and fill it from below. We do that. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, so we will come up and we'll do the rounds of these guys. Set up lifts, facing inward on these. In every case, we want a smart splitter. Have it coming in from the left. Okay, where are we coming up? You're coming up in, so we're going to come up, go into this guy. I put it here and yes, there we go. So we'll come in up here and we'll hit this first splitter where ahead is any and to the right is overflow. All going to be like that, so they will fill up fuels one at a time. And then we'll come up to the top. I think when we get up here, I'll split them. I probably could have done a four-way split and sent up two belts, and each one of them will be a four-way split. But let's get rid of this floor. I'm going to put in, this is going to be my narrow sandwich layer. And I think we're going to mirror this guy. So it's going to be some handwork. Let's see. All these right. They look right. Except for that one. And now this guy. That guy's wrong. Yeah, good luck putting walls on that one. So now we need to bring it up here and split it out to that guy, oops, that guy, and that guy. You know, I think I will just bring them around. Can I bring it up here somewhere? Okay, I'm not going to have a whole lot of freedom of action here. So from here, I want to split it out 4 directions. Let's see here. Does not have to be even. For all this to work properly, I think we need to make sure that we can keep all these guys fed. This may be overkill. Power. I'm going to call these drone fuel, west, so on. So we now have 4 drone stations. Anybody out there can send drones to come pick up fuel, and they will refuel here. We're going to need to let this run for a while to fill everything up before we start pulling from it, because we only want to be refilling guys that are being used. We don't want to be starting to use it when it's still filling up ones that have no destination. So we are going to send our fuel over along this line. So from here, let's use clean pipeline for the first one. And I'm going to, I did put that in the right place. I'm going to go to regular pipeline. Come on. We need to come across with those things. I think, okay, that is 1 meter too high. By 1 lower. This is just for a support. I should be able to put junctions. There. That works. I was a little afraid that those splitters were going to be too high. Okay, clean Mark 1 pipe into there. And now we go to clean Mark 2 pipe for this. None of these are long enough to meaningfully give us any indication of what's flowing. And this needs to go up to that guy. I'm going to bring it to here. Well, the vertical, what does that look like? That's okay. Yeah, we already have turbofuel being pulled into these guys. Yay! Of course, it's not going to work right until we finish painting it. Whoops. Did I just kill his fuel input? 0.5. I think I just killed his fuel input. There. So, no big containers for turbofuel. No industrial buffer. Yet. Actually, now might be a really good time to put one in. Yeah, we can put one over here. So that's the wrong level. And I just deleted that and it didn't go away. So the server is being yeah, the server didn't delete that. Gotta have to disconnect and reconnect before that'll work. Well, let's get this set up anyway. I put my buffer centered on there. And now when we can put that in, it will work. Interesting. Didn't take that one out either. Okay, I'm going to disconnect and reconnect so we can get those little bits done. Okay, let's see. Hey, we can put our blueprints back down again. We're going to do these two guys down. Place. Take out the pillars and put them down again above it. This is actually one lower than it would allow with the pillar in. I don't really know how this is going to all come together, but I do know that my first generator goes here with its fuel coming out that way. So we have quite a bit of turbo fuel in here, which means that our turbo fuel packagers have been running at 100%. They have. Which means we now have fuel in all of our depots up there, and well, in the depot and in the drone ports. So I could set up drone ports elsewhere and send their drones to here to pick up loads of fuel. And it'd be really cool if I could do it in rotation. We'll just have to allocate, maybe reallocate from time to time who draws from which one. Now, the thing we haven't done is I haven't brought them up here yet. What did I miss? Oh, I know what I missed. They aren't all filled up. I forgot to do these guys. all there. Guy fills up. And now we're setting up. Down here. Same thing again, and it looks like there's something consistent about some things when I delete them. It's kind of predictable that it's not going to actually delete. You know, I think I'm just going to do this manually. Picture. Big frame. Or, it's not letting me. There we go. There. Right. Because we're going to be right here. And you know what? We're at 1.25 hours. I'm going to cut the recording because we now have the drone ports done. And in the next recording, I will start laying out the actual fuel generators. It'll break it up a little bit because that's likely to take a while. We'll see you in that one.